What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kid Vision. We are back with another token reaction. I know I am late on this one, about a week late, but I was gone. I was out of town for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weekends in a row, I should say. My brother had a wedding out of state, and then this past weekend was Memorial Day, so I had a bunch planned. But I am finally getting to Jeep. I have restrained from listening to it, but I reacted to Duck Hunter and Feral? Is that what it was called? On the channel, so you can go watch those. So I thought I might as well continue the single reactions leading up to the album, and then I'll react to the album when that comes out. So definitely subscribe if you want to see that. We're almost at 5,000 subs. That's a huge goal of mine. This could be the video that does it. But this song features Terror Reid, who I am not familiar with, but I looked and he's somewhat well known. I guess this is my introduction to him. But let's get right into it. This is Jeep by Token. That beat is so hard. I think I heard a snippet of this on I think he put it on social media. He was asking people which song he should drop as a single first, and I think this was one of them, because I remember hearing this beat and being like, holy crap. But like hearing it, like the finished mixed and mastered version in my headphones is unreal. Like not even comparable to what I heard in that snippet. So, oh my god. Yeah.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. Backpack full, but I gave it to my bro when the girl under my arm is mad cause the car full. I was 17 when they were calling me a shady wannabe. It's funny cause I grew up stealing from Marshalls.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys. Why Kimberly? Is that like, pretty sure that's why I used it. It's probably a stereotypical white girl name that you would find in like LA or something, because he's talking about the high life. And he said he came up stealing from Marshalls. Those are about the things I caught in all of that.
My arm is mad cause the car full. I was 17 when they were calling me
yeah. Flexing his
stealing from Marshalls. Woke up on the couch, don't cash in my house. Terror Reid, can you see where the cash went? Sure. I was in a Jeep, I had a bottle next to me and it was yelling at me in a French accent. Bonjour. Black on the Jeep, black on the jeans, passionately bent back like a crash.
Yo, that shit's hard. Bonjour.
My house, Terror Reid, can you see where the cash went? Sure. I was in a Jeep,
not
I had a
sure.
next to me and it was yelling at me in a French accent. Bonjour. Black on the tee, black on the jeans, passionately bent back like a crash on the street. Freak accident, token the accident. Freak T used to be a chopper, then he passed it and lead. 20 racks my fee. Obviously too cheap, I get checks with the best. Broke up with the bar.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. I want to pause it there. That's dope editing. I mean, that's pretty easy to do, but still, it's a good idea. It's the creativeness. It gets creativity points. All right, that was smooth. This must be the feature.
Accident freak T used to be a chopper, then he passed it and lead. 20 racks my fee. Obviously too cheap, I get checks with the best. Broke up with a Barbie and now I call her Charlie. They all turned brat when my ex see my ex in a Jeep, bitch. I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys.
Oh my god. That might be the bar of the year, bro. I can't even, you know, I'll have to do some reflecting, but that might be one of the best bars of the year. Something about a Barbie, broke up with a Barbie. Now I call her Charlie. Something about Brat. He like tied it in with Brat because Brat is an album by Charlie XCX, but also like Brat's dolls were like the rival to Barbie dolls. That is crazy. And then the way my ex sees my ex, like that is so crazy. I don't know why nobody has thought of that before, like flipping her name into like wordplay like that. I'm nerding out about that shit. They all turn a brat when my ex see my ex because they'd be salty if your exes met, you know, they would turn into brats. Like, it's a perfect double entendre. That is so crazy. And I'm a huge Charlie XCX fan. If you guys have not seen any of my reactions on the channel, like I have vinyls of her, like I've seen her live. So that hits different for me for sure.
Rap with my ex, see my ex in a Jeep, bitch. I was in a Jeep with at least 3 camera leads trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so the weed it's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life.
Young tall cold said, "Wait, I need a fee." I told him, "Big bag, y'all give me about a week." Sick it in the cold, I'ma sad that beat, and I make it host weak, cause I sound when I speak.
Is this deep faked? I think it is. It looks so bizarre. That's why I paused it. It was so off-putting. I think that's deep faked. Yeah, because it's his face. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. This feature, he reminds me of Puya a little bit, like Suicide Boys, little bit. I think it goes well with the beat. I wasn't expecting it though. I will say that. He looks terrified. Like, what is he doing? Yeah.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 camera leads trying to get a piece of the highlight.
I mean, I already know the hook. It flows so well.
I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life.
Number 4, we got
Oh wait, there's more.
change the label name. That's a stupid name. Never too different. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't be. You're too different.
We got 2
You
weeks.
too different. Bring it back down, bro.
I kind of like that skit at the end, talking about the label name. So Terror Reid, should we do a Google of this guy? Oh, he's a DJ known as Getter. Blending jazz? That didn't sound anything like jazz. He's doing jazz, rock, and soul? Oh, mixing it into his contemporary hip-hop. All right, he's been around for a while, like 8 years. I wonder if I would recognize any of his songs. I don't know. Let me know, guys. Are you fans of Terror Reid? Was that like a big collab that I just wasn't on my radar because I didn't know him prior? How would you rank this song against Feral and Duck Hunter? They're both here as suggested songs, so whoever uploaded this, props to you. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I try to do on my videos. You know, you guys will probably see both of my reactions to those same videos at the end of this one. So all three singles are bangers. First of all, that might be my favorite beat. I thought Duck Hunter would be my favorite beat. Feral is definitely my least played, surprisingly, because usually that's the type of stuff I would go for, like the very lyrical, crazy flow ones. But the other 2 singles, this one and Duck Hunter, are so easy to listen to, and they flow really nicely, and you don't really have to, it doesn't challenge you as a listener as much as Feral does, is how I would put it. They're very accessible, I would say. Definitely subscribe if you want to see the full album reaction. We'll do that in 2 weeks. All right, but with that being said, guys, have a great weekend, and I will catch you next time for some more token reactions. All right, guys, peace.